what's going on? I am Tim Deegan and welcome to the final episode of the Road Trip 2013. We've been all over Australia and today we find ourselves in Byron Bay. We're going to be heading off to our final challenge before coming back and checking out all there is to do here in Byron Bay. And then we're off to the animal sanctuary to cuddle some koalas and feed some kangaroos.
Today you're competing in a food challenge. You have 1 hour and 20 minutes. You are marked on cleanliness. You are marked on presentation, you are marked on taste, and you're marked on a theme. Run, magic is king. Out of the night.
I don't know how to cook.
Into the morning. Now, you have 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete the challenge. Can anyone tell me when 1 hour and 15 minutes is?
1 hour and 15 minutes from now.
Okay, let's go. Woo, good luck.
No idea what I'm doing.
I'm just going to stand around pretending, or looking like I'm doing something. Nice oil. It's great oil here.
Okay, let's put some oil in there, just a little bit. Oh, starting to look like vomit, which I think is a good thing. Cooking 101.
There's only local ingredients to make all of our dishes, so our theme is Byron Bay.
I don't know what seafood looks like because I'm Jewish and we don't eat seafood, so I'm just guessing.
We cooking things.
Ooh, dandelion green. We should have like a countdown clock. Really, really quick marinade for the veggies that we're gonna grill with some balsamic, which will caramelize on the grill a little bit.
We should probably just do a tiny bit.
You have 1 hour remaining.
You start pulling its head off of its body. So try not to think about what you're doing with your heart.
I'm the kitchen.
Yeah.
I can't sweat.
I love that.
Kitchen bar. Fondue, it's just like the fountains, it just keeps it moving, so somebody literally has to start permanently.
It smells really good. See, it tastes good.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just cutting olives.
We did a tropical theme. Because we used a lot of coconut milk in the drinks and in the entrees. And then Allie had a good idea to use mango in one of hers, which is a staple fruit here, basically. So it just worked really well. We just went to the reef and everything, and just we were feeling tropical.
Yeah. It was my job to do the drinks, and I was gonna go and we had a theme. Our theme was all local stuff.
100% local.
100%, which meant no alcohol because none of the alcohol was local. So we had to make a tough call. I froze. Nadine came up and said, let's just do like slushy drinks.
Our theme was Asian fusion. There was a bit of Asian confusion, but in the end, I think we really did our best.
We mixed Asian food and Italian food. So we ended up calling our dish, what was it, the Super Mario?
The Super Mario plate.
The Super Mario
From
plate.
Japan.
Yeah, you know, Mario, Italian guy. Japan, part of Asia.
Right.
It's all up here, guys.
What are you doing? Get over here.
Chef, yes, sorry, chef. Gordon Ramsay over here.
Pressure's on, but I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is great.
So
how's our cheese fondue?
It's got brown bits in. It's got brown bits in. I have no idea what I'm doing.
20 minutes left.
We have everything ready, like we know exactly what we're making. The only problem is we don't have a theme, so we're trying to come up creatively with a theme, and it's a little bit of pressure because we want the drink to match the theme, and we don't know the theme, so therefore we are missing the drink, and we're stressed.
Less talking, more cooking, girls.
It's very citrus. It's just like pure citrus. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good. I say, I was going to try and cut citrus. Yeah! Toss some sriracha in there. Good job. Good thinking.
Did anyone feel out of your element on this challenge?
All of us.
100%.
I was just saying I've never felt more out of my depth on this.
Exactly, yeah.
I did in the beginning, but then I got more comfortable. I think you did well too. I think you
I
stepped
cooked
up to
the
the plate
salmon.
big time.
Yeah, Jesse.
They loved it. They said it was cooked really well.
Salmon, son.
With the time constraints and whatnot, yeah, definitely. And also,
I had no idea what I was doing the majority of the time. She was like to me, go get scallops. I'm like,
What's a
I
scallop?
got here and I was like, what's a scallop? To someone nearby because I have no idea. So.
The only thing I know how to do is drink tea.
And you know it hits the cold metal and then it hardens.
Yeah, I don't think we should have done that. I go like this.
Should I put it through here? Hold on, we're getting all over the chicken.
Like drizzle it across. That way they never see this bowl.
Make like a bee for Byron.
Never cook it, always brown sugar on the dinner.
It's kind of like a curry sauce without curry. Yes. So we use soy sauce and coconut milk and spices.
And the local bagel.
The local bagel. Okay.
What was your marinade of your vegetables?
This is prawn ceviche, isn't it?
Everything you see here, and we mean everything, is made from local ingredients, including the cocktails.
100%.
And that is our theme.
We did not use any.
Our theme is local. Our theme is local.
And this B is for Byron.
The tropical theme of it is it's visual. We're trying to get colors of different colors.
We were just in the Great Barrier Reef, and so we saw like all like the parrotfish and the really pretty colors.
This is a strawberry pina colada, and our theme is tropical, so that's why we went with the brown sugar to represent the sand.
Time is up.
I think we did well. I think we did good. Yeah. We tried very hard and we worked good as a team.
We did.
Yeah,
it flowed really well. I think we fared pretty well. You know, the kitchen got heated. It was an intense competition, but I think all in all, we're very proud of the plate we put forward.
We did this marinade. It was just outstanding.
Lemon, ginger.
We would have a little taste just to make sure it all tasted good.
We had a bit of a problem with the cheese. We were trying to melt the cheese for the fondue, and then it was like going lumpy. We didn't know what heat to cook it at, but I think we kind of saved it at the end. We just did a little drizzle.
Yeah, Nadine really saved the day. She had a nice looking drizzle. Good job, Nadine.
The dress could have been better, but thank you.
You have got good drizzle skills.
We're testing you on teamwork, cleanliness, taste, originality, flavours, textures. So every one of you have exceeded and done really well in each part of those challenges. But of course, as always, it is a competition and there's only one winner. Team number 3. So you guys are in the final challenge, it's the taste challenge, and you've got to work out the 8 ingredients, secret local 8 ingredients that are in the actual thing that you're going to taste.
We decided that we won a challenge and our viewers have an opportunity to win a trip on Contiki, so we would love to bestow our victory upon Team 2. So guys, let's bestow like this, ready?
Yeah. And so just so you know, you've eaten a very, very local Middle Eastern sweet. It's a Lebanese sweet, I call it baklava, and in Greece it's baklava. Jackie, you scored 4.5. Lewis, you also got 4.5. Corey, you've got macadamia, honey, lemon myrtle, lime juice, lemon juice, pastry thingy, half a point, I like that.
What?
Half a point for pastry thingy, yeah.
Pastry thingy?
Yeah, yeah. You got also some thingy here too, I think. And also pecan, so you got 5.5. But Nadine, you have the best palate out of your team. So you got 7 out of 8.
Congratulations to Nadine for winning one of her viewers a Contiki trip of their own. Your name is on screen and Contiki will be contacting you shortly.
95% of the accidents are caused by humans, either us or our dogs and cats or our cars. So we had almost over 8,000 animals brought in last year, including 240 koalas. So we put them back in the wild for nothing. This is our big croc. His name's Boss Hog. He's 4.8 metres long, or what's that, about 18 feet, I think. And his girlfriend Lily.
How long can they stay underwater without breathing?
An hour or so. More dangerous than a crocodile. More dangerous than a crocodile? A crocodile won't race after you for 30 or 40 metres.
Way cuter in real life than you'd even imagine. Like, even if you think they're cute in photos, way cuter in real life.
They're smaller than I thought they were. They're like heavy for how small they are. I watched one leap from tree to tree and I almost had a heart attack. I was like, oh my god, it's not gonna make it. But those things have like insane claws and they can grow so well. I mean, that's like what they're made for, but there's just, it's adorable. Everyone was in a trance. As soon as we get in there, everyone was like, oh, like same noise.
One of the highlights of the entire Road Trip 13 was seeing the koala bears and especially the kangaroos. Got to hold a koala bear for the first time in my life. That was really fun. It was short, but it was sweet. I got a great picture. But the highlight of today, and easily one of the highlights of the entire 10-day trip, was hanging out with these kangaroos in this like huge open air like kangaroo sanctuary.
We saw babies in the mom's pouches.
Oh, they were little joeys. It was awesome. Yeah, the whole thing was just so cool, and it was nice that they had all that space to roam around. They weren't like in tiny little enclosed spaces, so that was really cool.
The highlight of my day was feeding the kangaroos. I've been before to a zoo where I've been able to like cuddle the kangaroos, but we didn't have like stuff to feed them.
Like, I didn't think it would be that exciting to be around kangaroos, but it really was.
Oh, it's so cool.
They were so cute.
That was like one of your dreams. Like you always said it. You would want to go in the thing at the zoo, and now you got to.
Like I've got kangaroos that live near my house and stuff, but I've never ever touched one or gone close to them because like I don't know. I think these ones are like super domesticated and calm and chill. But like they were super chill. Like they were sleeping, and you could just go up and pat them and stuff like that. And yeah, we held a koala, and just like I've done a whole lot of very, very Australian things that I probably should have done in the 16 years that I've lived here that I just haven't. So I guess it took like a whole bunch of like Americans and Canadians and stuff to convince me to do it. So
out of the cities we visited, I can assuredly say that I will be back to Sydney. Sydney reminded me of San Francisco, my hometown, but bigger and better.
Sydney Harbour Bridge climb, so fantastic, so exhilarating, but the right kind of exhilarating. And just the views that you get, it's phenomenal.
Definitely the Uluru hike. That was like a way more like spiritual experience than I thought it was going to be.
Surfing in Bondi, that was super fun. Friendly, informative, instructors. They made it seem so much easier than it is, I'm sure, but got to actually stand up and ride some waves. That was really, really cool.
My favorite city was Cairns, because that's where we bungee jumped, which I never thought I would do, and we snorkeled the Great Barrier Reef, and I didn't realize like what a cool place it was going to be. I'd definitely go back to it.
A lot of people showed up to these meetups to get to meet like so many of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet everyone. The faces behind kind of the numbers on the screen or the comments on the screen that have made like all of this possible, to be able to like hug them and say like thank you in person it's a really, really like humbling experience.
When we walked into the hall yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
And you could hear everyone screaming. I couldn't even believe it.
It was like a concert.
It was amazing. And everyone was smiling. Everyone was in such a good mood after waiting for hours to see everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone was smiling. They were making friends with each other in line.
Yeah, that was insane. There were these girls that had come up to us like several times to take photos, and we were like, oh, how do y'all know each other? And they had met in line, and we thought that they were best friends for life.
Out of all 3 challenges, I'm gonna say today's. Now my team technically won 2 of them, the first one and the last one, but I would much rather cook and taste and make cocktails than I would run around. Hands down, and that's what we had to do in the first challenge, and I'm still sore from it.
Probably the bungee jump one. Not at the time. At the time I like hated it, but then as soon as I like was lowered into the boat and I'd done it, yeah, I was convinced that yeah, it's probably the coolest thing that I'll like get to do for a very, very, very long time.
I really enjoyed the first challenge we did because we were in Sydney, we were by the Opera House, and it was a really fun vibe, and we were like wearing the koala suits. It was really fun. It was exciting to be running around in that setting.
So this is the second road trip, and this is the second one that I've been on, and it's a different group of people, and that's okay. It's good to see new faces. It was funny because a lot of the returning road trippers were like, oh my god, the last one was amazing, like they're never gonna top this. Coming away from this one, everyone's like, okay, if this is how it's gonna go, like every year it's just gonna get better and better. Like everyone was blown away by this trip.
This trip was more about adventure. I felt like last trip was more about history. It's just like 2 different things.
I remember at the beginning of this trip, we all missed Steve. We really wanted our tour guide, Steve, back from last year. And I realized probably halfway through this trip, next year we're gonna want Mark back because he's such a great guy.
The amount of things that Contiki packed into these 10 days, I feel like I just studied abroad for a semester.
We're so glad that we've been filming it all and it's all been filmed because we've done so much. It's just easy to forget and it all seems like a blur.
I had literally no expectations for Australia. I thought maybe it was like Crocodile Dundee meets Miami. But what I found and what Contiki showed me was that Australia has not only a ton of rich culture, but a diverse one at that. Uluru was different from Cairns, was different from Sydney. I don't know. They did it right because I have a new vacation destination, and true fact, I never wanted to go to Australia in my life.
The trip was unbelievable. It was so invaluable to my life, and it's an experience that I'm never going to forget. And I remember like the first day meeting everybody and being so nervous and just not knowing what to expect. But by the end, I was so comfortable with everybody. I've made new friends.
So many dreams of mine had literally come true on this trip, and I'm very grateful for that.
the whole bucket list. I marked off a lot of spots on the bucket list these last
And it's
10
crazy
days.
because it was only 10 days.
I have wanted to go to Australia my entire life. So to get to go to Australia with a bunch of my best friends, working with a company that I really like working with, and then meet thousands of fans that like the same thing I like. I'm a fan, they're fans, we all love YouTube. That's the best way to travel anywhere. We are so lucky. We are so lucky. And I never want to take that for granted.
All right, that does it. Another one in the bag. The Road Trip 2013 is done. We went all over Australia. Melbourne, Sydney, Uluru, Cairns, Brisbane, Byron Bay. And the YouTubers will be getting on their flights in a few hours and going back home. But we'll be taking with us memories that last a lifetime. If you guys want to go on a Contiki trip of your own, all you got to do is go to contiki.com for all the information. That's it for me. I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, I'd love to come back to Road Trip 14. Also, Contiki, call me anytime. Really though, you guys are great.